Pedro Argote was conspicuously absent last Thursday when a judge in Maryland granted his wife a divorce and custody of their 4 children. Citing shocking testimony about years of abuse Argote allegedly inflicted on them. But authorities say later that day, Argote showed up at Judge Andrew Wilkinson's home and shot him to death in the driveway. Now a wanted man, Argote remains at large amid searches by law enforcement in multiple states. Wilkinson ruled against Argote after hearing testimony from his wife and adult daughter, who said he controlled every aspect of their lives, isolated them and subjected them to various acts of violence in recent years. Police pointed to Judge's decision as reason for that sent a shockwave through Maryland legal community. We're making it easier for you to find the stories that matter with our new The Forefront. Hear and get the news that matters. The audio recording of the hearing does not contain any obvious warning signs that Argote was a danger to anyone other than his family, but it does provide new insight into the abuse allegations he faces. Her adult daughter from a previous relationship said she spent much of her teenage years holed up in her bedroom. He said Argote placed cameras throughout the house and watched my every move. During emotional testimony, she said he would beat her with a belt and other objects. Wilkinson concluded that Argote was unfit to have custody of her 4 minor children, all under the age of 13. The way Mr. Argote isolated these children and mother over last 2 years, which I think continued throughout marriage, is shocking. Judge said, I think he was abusive in many ways. Argote's wife described in detail how he had weakened her and mistreated her children. She cried as she described how she would put towels into her crying babies' mouths. She said conditions worsened last year after she learned he was planning to leave her. Before he could gather the paperwork, Argote personally filed for divorce. Court records show a complex legal battle has begun and Argote's misconduct has escalated. Court records show Argote's wife soon requested a protection order, saying Argote was carrying a gun and was spying on her. However, they later agreed on a nest arrangement where he would live on the first floor of their house and she would live upstairs. He also limited his wife's access to the shared vehicle. According to court documents, father had an uneasy sense that he had absolute control over mother, their finances, and their lives, Wilkinson said in a written opinion filed in March 2023. The judge referenced that statement again Thursday, saying his previous assessment came clear during final testimony. Documents filed in court records include photos of Argote smiling and posing with her children, cycling and swimming. In one photo, her 2 children sit in the driveway next to a sidewalk chalk message that reads, I love you, Dad. But the lawyer told him to remove it.